It'll be 2 years tomorrow that a flock of geese caused the crash of a U.S. Airways jet into New York's Hudson River. In the time since then, the number of bird strikes on planes has gone up significantly, and that is especially true at Sacramento International Airport, as News 10's Dave Marcos reports live. Dave?
Christina, you know, it's interesting. You actually talk to flyers out here at the airport, and they will tell you stories about sitting out on the tarmac in airplanes and looking out the window and seeing geese and other kinds of birds when they were taking off and landing. But what is troubling to many experts is why both here in Sacramento and at other airports across the country, the number of bird strikes is continuing to go up. Now, Sacramento International Airport has worked hard to keep bird strikes down. They've used speakers to broadcast calls of birds in distress. They've used booming propane cannons and even regular clearing of drainage ditches. This Southwest Airlines plane, though, that hit a goose head-on in late 2009 managed to land safely. But it's an example of one of 185 bird strikes that year alone, compared with about 112 just 2 years before. The information from the FAA showing the clear jump in bird strikes, both at SAC International and also around the country in recent years, even as the number of flights has gone down a little bit. You talk to flyers, and they have mixed feelings about it. Now, one of the folks that we talked to was saying that she has concerns about the birds when she's on board the airplanes actually hitting the planes, as we've seen several incidences in the last couple of years here. But she also feels for the birds, and there's, of course, a flyway that goes through the Central Valley. Another gentleman that we talked to was talking about how his brother is a pilot and tells him that it's, you know, pretty routine, that it happens, and generally it's very, very manageable. Now, the U.S. Air flight that hit that flock of geese was safely landed on the Hudson River, of course, in that famous incident involving Sully Sullenberger, who's from here, of course, in California. Some passengers injured, but no one died. The majority of strikes do cause very little damage, but one of the puzzling things, again, is why these numbers continue to go up, even though airports are doing everything they can to try to bring them down. And Christina, that's obviously something that experts and others are continuing to look into to try to come up with some better answers.
Yes, there's more development, not less development, so you would think they would have less habitat and therefore there would be fewer birds, but not the case.
And airports have tried all kinds of things, even you know, using raptors to try to chase them away, and it just still continues.
All right. Thank you, Dave.